Hello my dear friend, I am Bishwajit. Today I am going to demonstrate my IGNOU BCA final year project which I have just submitted a month ago. So let us start the demonstration. Before that, please subscribe my channel. This is my final year BCA project which I have just submitted a month ago. So this is the online examination, evaluation and certification system. So this application will take online exam. This application will evaluate the answers that is given by the candidates, and it will also generate the certificate, right? So let us start. First we have to register the student detail. So before giving the examination, the student need to provide their detail in the registration form. So you can see the registration menu. Here the student have to provide their complete detail in this registration form. So after you provide all the detail in this registration form, we just have to click the submit button and a enrollment number will be generated. You can see this enrollment number will be used for giving your exam. So here you have to provide the enrollment number along with the date of birth, and after that the candidate will be able to give the exam. So you can see the candidate can give the exam. So 2 hours has been given to complete the exam. You can see at top right 2 hours has been given here, you can see. So within these 2 hours you have to complete the exam, otherwise the exam will be submitted automatically. So this application I have developed as my final year BCA project. So this is a real life application which I have developed for my final year BCA project. So 100 questions will appear one after another. So all the questions will be fetched from the database. So I have created a question bank in the database from where each time unique question will appear in front of the candidate, and for each questions there will be 4 options. The candidate has to select the most appropriate answer among those 4 options. So you can see, so the red color answer button which you can see at the top panel, those questions has not been answered by the candidate. All the green color answer button which you can see, those are the answer button, or you can say the question button, which is appearing at the top after each time candidate is clicking the next button, you can see over there. So the green color are those which are answered by the candidate. So the red color are those which are not answered. So candidate can skip any questions that will be identified as the red color. Now you can see all 100 questions appeared in front of the candidate. Lots of questions are not been answered by the candidate. You can see the skipped. So the red color button, that means the candidate has skipped, has not given the answer, and the black color, you can see the current question will be identified by the black color, the answered question will be identified as a green color, and skipped question will be identified as the red color. So this application I prepared. Now just we have to click the finished button to do the final submission of this question paper. So after giving the exam, let us see the certificate status. So this is the certificate status. We need to go to the certification menu, and from here we can check the certificate status by providing the enrollment number and other detail. Now you can see over here the certificate status. So the candidate has scored only 20. That is why the certificate will not be given. So the candidate need to score 40 or above to secure the certificate. Now let me show you, if the candidate score 40, what will happen. Just let me do one changes. So you can see, so I have used the localhost XAMPP server as my database. Now here I will go to this table and I will just do one thing. I will change the marks that got by the student, that was 20. I will make it 55. Let me just do one thing, change the marks to 55. So now you can see I have changed the marks. Now student has got 55. Now let me check. Now I will check again. Here we can see, so student has got 55, that is more than 40, right? So student have passed. So passed student will be awarded with this certificate. Now you can see software has generated the certificate. You can see C grade. The candidate has secured C grade. Why? You can see because candidate has scored 55. So 55, that is between 50 to 59. You can see this grade chart. So that is why the candidate has secured C grade, right? So the software has estimated everything. So the software has assured the grade for the candidate. The software will take the exam online, the software will evaluate the answers, and the software will also generate the certificate for the past candidate along with the perfect gradation. So this is a real life online examination system which I have developed for my final year BCA. So this is my final year BCA project which I have submitted last month. And if you want to make web application which you want to submit as your BCA final year project, then you need to learn 3 important languages. That is, to design the front end application you have to learn HTML and CSS. To learn the validation purpose, that is, how can you validate your front end application. It is very important to validate your application to restrict user from entering invalid data. So that is only you can do by JavaScript. So you need to learn JavaScript. That is how you can validate your registration form. You can create action event, you can create timer and other event by the JavaScript. So you need to learn JavaScript to restrict user from inserting invalid data. So my application which I have developed, I have incorporated the validation by using the JavaScript. So I have restricted user to insert invalid data. So you have to learn those 3 important things, that is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. That is to design the front end. Another important thing is very important, that is the back end. So where are you going to save the data? So you need to have a database. So for that you need to learn SQL, right? So SQL database that you can use through the XAMPP local server that you need to install in your system, and you need to interact your front end application with the database through the XAMPP server, or if you do the hosting in the cloud server, then also you need a certain scripting language which will interact and communicate from the your front end application with the backend database server. So for that you need to learn a scripting language. So you can learn PHP. So that is one of the easiest scripting language which you can learn, and that you can use in a simple way to interact your front end application with the database. So I can help you. So at the moment, if you want to learn the front end validation, say there you can go through my free courses. So you can find the free courses from the website. Let me show you. You can find this website. The name of the website is website.gyannn.com. So this is a free website from where you can learn the HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So if you go to the HTML classes, so here you will find all the classes. Here you can see all the classes that you can find over here. There are 10 classes from the starting, which I have shown over here for the beginners, where you can learn the basic HTML, the important HTML. Only 10 classes are there, and after that you can learn the CSS. You need to learn CSS to give safe style design to a website. So unless you learn the CSS, you can design a attractive website. So here you can see, here I have 18 classes. In this 18 classes I have explained how you can use the CSS to give shape, style, color to a web application front end. And also another important thing which you need to learn, that is the JavaScript. So here in the JavaScript classes, there I have just prepared 12 classes for JavaScript. So all the important classes I have shown over here, that you can find out from this menu. You can see here at the last classes, that is the 12 classes. Here I have shown you the validation of a real life project, where you can learn how to validate a form and how you can restrict the user from incorporating invalid data. So all these things you can learn. This is the front end application, and also you need to learn the back end scripting language and the database. So now I will work hard to make those content for you, so that you can also learn the backend. So thank you. So I hope you have got some idea of a real life application and how you can prepare a real life application to submit as your final year project. And that application also you can use to submit in your interview session, when there will be interview call after you complete your graduation. So you can use there. So thank you for paying attention till the end, and do not forget to subscribe the channel.